Hi everybody, it's Dr. Nigro. We're here today to look at a metric conversion line and how we can use it to move between prefix units within the metric system. I have a metric line drawn here. By the end of this video, you should be able to fill in your own metric line with the prefixes we're going to be working with and then use it to convert between two numbers within that system. All right, if we look at the line together, you're going to see in the middle I have the word base. All right, the base unit is just a unit with no prefix. All right, and that unit can be anything within the SI system. So it could be a meter, a liter, gram, second, basically anything within that system. The line itself has hash marks on it. You're going to see them here. I've got 6 of them outside of the base unit. These represent the positions for one of each of our prefixes that we'll be working with. I have a table down below. This table includes the 6 prefixes we're going to work with. I've got 3 kilo, hecto, and deca, which are big values. So those are big measurements. And then I have 3 deci, centi, and milli, which are the small ones. All right, now there are many other prefixes, but these are the 6 that we are going to focus on. So what we need to do is know what the prefix name is and its symbol. So let's fill those in the table. For kilo, we use a lowercase k. For hecto, we use a lowercase h. For deca, we use an uppercase d. For deci, a lowercase d. For centi, a lowercase c. And then for milli, a lowercase m. If we come up to the line, if we start on the far right with our small units, this is milli's position on the far end with its lowercase m. Next to milli is centi with a lowercase c. And then we have deci with its lowercase d, and then the base. To the left of the base, we have deca with its uppercase d, hecto with a lowercase h, and then kilo with a lowercase k. So this is what a completed metric line looks like. All right, to use that metric line, we're going to follow these 5 rules. First, we're going to put our finger on the unit prefix where we are starting. So we need to know our starting point. All right, so for example, let's say we want to convert 200 milligrams to decigrams. All right, I'm going to start at milli, so I'd put my finger on milli, as I've shown with my blue dot. All right, once you identify where you're going to start, you want to move your finger left or right to the unit prefix that you want to convert to. So for this problem, we're moving to deci, so I'm going to put a dot there so we can see the 2 points. All right, and then we're going to just hop from our starting point to our end point, and we're going to count the number of hops we make as we move. All right, so we're going to do 1, 2 hops. All right, so we move that 2 positions, and then we're going to take the decimal in our number and we're going to move it the same number of spots in that same direction. All right, and then if needed, we'll add zeros in. We're not going to need it for this one, but I'll show you in a few minutes. All right, so if we have the number 200 with its decimal on the far end, and we're moving 2 hops to the left, I'm going to do the same thing with my decimal. 1, 2 spots. So my new decimal position is between the 2 and the 0. So 200 milligrams is 2 decigrams. Okay? All right, let's practice a little bit. So we're going to come over to this page where I have a blank line. All right, we'll fill it in together again. This time we'll start on the far left with kilo. Then we'll put our lowercase k below. Then we've got hecto, lowercase h below, deca, uppercase D, our base unit in the middle with no prefix. And then we have deci with a lowercase d, centi with a lowercase c, and then finally milli with a lowercase m. All right, so here's our unit, our line ready to go. So we start down with our examples. Here's our first one. So we have 526,000 centimeters, and we're going to meter. So there's no prefix, which means this is our base unit. All right, so our starting position is going to be centi, and our ending spot will be the base. All right, I like to rewrite my numbers, at least at first, so I have a little bit more space, and then I put my decimal in. All right, so I'm going to be hopping 1, 2 positions to the left. I'm going to repeat that with my decimal. 1, whoops, 1, 2 positions to the left. So my new decimal spot is in between the first and second zero. So my number is now 52,000, sorry. No, I was right, 5,260. All right, so we had 526,000 centimeters, and now we have 5,260 meters. All right, let's try another one. Let's erase this. All right, for this one, we have 852 kilograms, and we're going to decigrams. So we're going to start up here with kilo, and then we're going to work our way down to deci. All right, so I'm going to rewrite my number, 852 decimal, and then I'm going to go up to my line. I'm going to move. So I have 1 hop, 2, 3, 4 hops, and I'm moving to the right. So I'm going to do the same thing with my decimal. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 hops. So here's my new decimal position. All right, now I've got this gap here, and this is where adding in zeros comes in. So I'm going to fill each of those hops with a 0. It's going to look like this. So when I rewrite my number, I'm going to have 8, 5, 2, 0, 0, 0, 0. All right, so 852 kilograms is equal to 8,520,000 decigrams. All right, so let's try another one. We have 0.124 hectoliters, and we're going to be converting that to milliliters. All right, so I go up to my line, I find hecto, and then I find milli, and I'm going to do my conversion, but first I'm going to rewrite my number. Oh, actually, I'm going to give myself a little bit more room. Sorry about that. All right, 0.124, and there's my decimal. All right, I go to my line. I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 jumps this time. So 5, and I move to the right. So I do the same thing with my decimal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here's my new decimal position, and I need to fill in 2 zeros here. So instead of 0.124, I have 1, 2, 4, 0, 0. So 0.124 hectoliters is equal to 12,400 milliliters. All right, let's do one last one, then we'll let you guys try. All right, this time I have 12.5 milliseconds, and I'm going to decaseconds. All right, be careful with deca and deci. That capital D tells us it's deca. All right, so I'm going to be at milli, then I'm going to be moving up to deca. All right, I rewrite my number, 12.5, and then I check my jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4 jumps, and I'm moving to the left this time. So I go to my decimal, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, now just like we saw before, we had to add zeros. We have to do the same thing here. So I'm going to need a 0 here and a 0 here. The difference is the number is getting smaller. So I'm going to rewrite this as 0.00125. All right, so 12.5 milliseconds is equal to 0.00125 decaseconds. Okay, so that's just showing you how to fill out the line and then how to use it. All right, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask. See you in class.